Please note that in the case of contact with any enemy, it is recommended to follow the general military instructions, 7th edition. The only exception is impact with fops. Contact with them must be avoided at all costs. The silver raises his finger up. Finished with the briefing text, the trainee sighs heavily and sits back in his chair. Phew, that's the end of my briefing. Please go to the first window. Oh dear. Oh dear, yes, I almost forgot. Give me a registration form, please. I have to sign it. Edward returns to the form and falls back in his chair again.
See ya.
Don't wanna be What now?
And I was starting to get bored.
Elizabeth is filling in some forms but looks up as you approach. A smile immediately filling her face. Welcome again to Magellan Station. Are you here to register? Give Elizabeth the registration form. Elizabeth takes the registration form, scans it, then adds several check marks satisfied. Marvelous! After one more test, we'll be registered, shall we? Elizabeth puts on her business face again. Question number 1. What ensures our civilization at Magellan? What guarantees the steady operation of all parts of this complicated yet reliable mechanism? I assumed it was bureaucracy, and Elizabeth nods and puts a check mark on the sheet. Great! Ready for the next question. As a future citizen of Magellan, what will you do about various dangerous elements such as the infamous Fox gangs? Reply that you'll avoid them at all costs. Elizabeth adds another check mark. Quite right! And here's the final question. How do you evaluate the work of Elizabeth McCain and her trainee Edward McKinsey? Moderate. The trainee started a lot, but you I feel like the second option is too pandering, then they might see through it. And the third option, I want to throw the dumb kid under the bus. I'm gonna go with the second one. Elizabeth trills with laughter, adding yet another check mark. Excellent, another correct answer, and the test is done. Administrator McLean solemnly shakes her hand. Congratulations! From now on, you're a full-fledged citizen. You may enter and exit Magellan based freely and bring guests if you wish. Remember our rules, and I guarantee your stay here will be as pleasant and comfortable as you could hope. Welcome aboard! Having finished her passionate speech, Elizabeth casually produces some papers and begins to fill them in as if you weren't there.
See ya.
Katarzyna raises the collar of her white coat to hide her face. She looks around cautiously.
You could have gotten a new haircut. You could have like changed your style around a lot. Like those are very recognizable earrings. I would have like changed them, or you know, just straight up removed them. The whole style is very distinct. You should have done something about that before we got here, but you know.
There are more cameras now. It's only been 3 months.
She whispers. The white turns to you.
Thanks for your help. Anytime you need anything, just say so and I'll get you anything you like. I hope I make it back to the
Drugs?
laboratories.
The white waves once, swings her bag onto her shoulder and disappears. You don't quite understand how she vanished so quickly.
She's still there. Oh, now she's gone. Alright. Reactor section. Newman, is there any Newman here? Talk to Trent Reznor over here.
Respect the law. Remember, throwing your selectron to other employees is prohibited.
The elevator doors are slightly open. A cool breeze blows from the shaft. Lowering your gaze, you see a red out of order sign on one of the slats. That's a bummer.
I don't? think it's a good idea to ask an orange for help.
You put the Cyclone against the elevator panel and press the call button. Please select a level. The sound in the speaker crackles slightly like an old record. Going straight to the reactor section. Ain't gonna ask
Floor
permission.
level -7. Reactor room.
Buddy, you're radiating. A short? Really? Gray-eyed orange is spinning. A short gray-eyed orange. A gray-eyed orange is spinning some walls into the red zone. Neither the crackle of the car's dosimeter nor the warning signs all around seem to bother him.
Well,
He stops you. Hey, don't stand in my light, okay? Ask if he's worried about the radiation. The worker grunts his contempt. And why not? At the safety lecture they told us harm from radiation is greatly exaggerated, so everything's hunky-dory here, no worries. Silently show him the reading on the dosimeter. The worker doesn't find the numbers particularly impressive. Pfft, what do I need that gadget for? Management would never risk my health. My work is too useful. You'd better get back to work yourself and stop pestering people.
why?
Absolute moron. A dusty, disheveled man turns to you. His badge reads Clayton Montgomery, electrician. He holds a Keros operating system command's guide in his hands.
I'm listening.
Montgomery eyes you with an expression of infinite fatigue. No, no, no. I don't know when it will be ready. Not sure it will happen at all. And now, dear sir, if you don't mind, please leave the room. I have work to do. What are you talking about? I was called on my scheduled day off to repair a system which I have nothing to do with. I understand you don't care about this box. You're more interested in when Magellan's power supply will be restored, but as I myself am in the dark on this subject. He speaks with a strong British accent. You could have said that before. I can't do a British accent. I can't do any accent. I can't do my own accent. Tell him the box is exactly what you're interested in, as it was Russo who asked you to come here. Montgomery presses his hand to his heart. My apologies. The mainframe's been giving me a lot of grief. It's supposed to distribute current from the reactor to the emulator systems. It's working on a backup power source right now, so I can't even run the subsystems for target diagnostics. Alas, my knowledge of computers is obviously not up to the task.
Come back again.
Alright, buddy. I'm very good at melee, sneaking, and small arms, so I think I know a thing or two about computers. There must be a special kind of mainframe controlling the power system. The DAW screen displays the following text. Emulator project. Emergency mode. There's a table beneath with the current power supply data. There are two switches besides the terminal. Inspect the switches. Before you are two large levers. Auxiliary systems power, says the text above the first one. Emulator project main power, reports the label under the second one. Pulling the lever, you receive a painful electric shock. The system clearly needs to be reconfigured. Okay, so we're turning stuff on to give us some how much do we need to start the Connect your carriers and enter update B to update its database. A cryptic message is displayed on the screen. Perhaps if you knew a little more about science, you could decipher what's required of you. But I don't. Okay. I really hope we can do this part without science or mechanical knowledge.
Come on, Link, calm down. It's only been 3 hours, no big deal. Yeah, only 3 hours.
That's too long.
He's just looking for the damn fuse box. Don't get all dramatic. Why can't you check it out yourself? Of course. The horrible monster living in the vents.
It's in there.
You see two oranges. One of them is sitting against the wall looking gloomy, the other pacing back and forth with his hands behind his back. Looks like they're arguing about something.
I'm listening.
The red-haired guy wearing the duct tape spectacles notices you first. He stops pacing and offers you his hand. Doug Preston. And that sad monkey in the corner is my friend, Link Child. Idiot. The orange sitting on the floor snaps morosely. Take a closer look at them. The uniform of these oranges is slightly different than the standard, with fancy reflective armbands with semicircular chevrons reading Special Service Team. Ask them why they're sitting here. Preston encourages you to sit down. The three of us, Link, Harold and I, typically work together. His mate sighs gloomily, shaking his head. We used to work together. Doug rolls his eyes. Here we go again. Link's convinced something bad's happened to his brother Harold. Harold entered the ventilation system to replace some fuses and still hasn't come back. Preston points at the ventilation access. Could you please see if you can find Harold? I'm claustrophobic and Link, it's a long story. Ask Link why he can't look for his brother himself. Charles stares heavily at you. There's something in there, he responds abruptly. Doug explains. Link's convinced some dangerous creature lives in the ventilation system. I'll help. Doug shakes your hand. Thank you. Please be careful, just in case. The fuse is broken. The fuse box is broken. The doors of the housing bent aside. You can see damaged cables within. The casing has been damaged in a strange way, as if someone had tried to bend the doors in every direction at once. The cables have what look like the cables have looked like okay, never mind. The cables have what look like bite marks on them, and the floor beneath the board is littered with bits of insulation and copper flakes. Well, I should pull that wall probably. Valve. Your brother's dead. JK, I haven't seen his corpse yet. Wait, let's save before I do that, because we might just end up killing someone again. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
Someone touched us? Covered our place with their scent?
We're just dead. He just punched us to freaking death.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But our sneaking is real good though, huh? Like he just standing right next to us and just didn't see it. Shit. Okay. Cool.
Someone touched us? There is outsider radiation everywhere. Someone passed through here.
Critical
scattering
damage.
light around.
Shit. What was the other one sound? Huh?
There are
I can't deal with this guy.
and fractals.
I do really wanna kill this guy though.